Hey guys, it's Queen Thing. Hope you guys are doing great, and welcome to my top favorite arcade games at actual arcades, or little strip malls, or boardwalks, or movie theaters, what have you. Wherever I play these games, these are my favorite ones, and hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. First up on the list, doesn't have a joystick or buttons, but it was definitely a major part in my arcade experience, and that is air hockey. I love this thing. No matter where I am, in a hotel, on a college campus, at a birthday party, if there's an air hockey table, we have to play. Come on. Who wants to dish out 4 quarters, Always a fun time. Definitely a big staple in my arcade experience. Number 12 is a game called Police Trainer Academy, and it was located at a local roller rink, and people would have their birthday parties there for like the majority part of my preteen years, I don't know, like 5 through like 12. There, everyone had a party there, and that machine was sort of in the corner, and it was a quarter only, so I could afford it off of my preteen salary, and it was a lot of fun to play, and it tested your hand-eye coordination. You had to shoot things that were flying in the air and try to catch them in time, get them all in time. Don't shoot the civilians. Like, everyone played it, and it was two-player as well, so it was fun to play. It definitely stuck out with me. This game right here, I loved this game growing up. Marvel vs. Capcom, the original, located at the roller rink and other various places around town, was absolutely fun to play. I only used Spider-Man and Mega Man, either in that order or Mega Man and Spider-Man, whatever. I didn't use anybody else growing up. And one time, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Hopefully I'll make it quick. I was at a McDonald's with some friends of mine, and there was a little arcade there, so I'm playing. I threw a quarter in, and everyone's getting their stuff. And there's some grown man that walks up and is like, I'm like 12, and he walks up and he puts a quarter and he plays me, and I beat him. And you know how he gets upset with me, right? And he starts putting out more quarters on the machine. And then he puts another quarter in, and he picks Hulk, or who is it, Venom, and like War Machine, and he just button mashes and beats me. Even at 12 years old, I was like, dude, I hope you're happy for beating a 12-year-old and getting salty about it just because I beat you first. Good job. I think it's hilarious how I made that guy salty. I'm 12 years old and a girl. You're some grown man off the street, came into McDonald's, and I beat you. And he literally, guys, took out quarters and was like, nah, she ain't gonna do it again. But yeah, this is number 11. This game is awesome. Number 10 is a game called Sega Top Skater, and this game was an actual machine that you held onto the handles and you stood on the skateboard itself, and it like gave you like leverage so you could like try to do an ollie and slide around and jump. But I always wound up turning myself backwards. But this game was so much fun, going off a half pipe, trying to make it to the checkpoint, which was super difficult, but I could do it sometimes, and picking the different characters. And this game attracted a lot of attention at the arcades. It made a lot of noise. It was a whole lot of fun. Everyone was like super competitive about it, or it was like casual competitive, like you just tried to get farther than the other person. But this game definitely was awesome. Number 9 is called Virtua Tennis, the original one, and I played it for Dreamcast first, but then I went on a cruise and played it in the arcade there, and it was so much fun. Like, I had no idea that game would be that much fun, especially with 2 players. And I played with my friend's little brother. Our families went on a cruise together, and he cheated because he was like, oh yeah, play with that side, that joystick. It was broken. I could not use one of the 2 buttons, and there was only 2 buttons. So he beat me, and the joystick itself wouldn't move all the way. So every time I see him, like, he has to be about maybe 17 or 18 now. If I saw him today, I'd be like, you cheated at Virtua Tennis. And he's like, no, I didn't. Real talk, he cheated. But that game is a lot of fun. I didn't, again, like, I guess you have to experience for yourself. I literally had no idea it was going to be that fun. Number 8 is a game called Jurassic Park: The Lost World. And what I liked most about this was the fact that I got to sit in this booth, like this immersive booth, and it was dark in there, and it felt as if I was like really in the game, and like I was focused. There was no distractions really because I couldn't see too much outside. And I could see left and right, you know what I'm saying, but it was still like you wanted to pay attention to what was in front of you, and seeing the dinosaurs and hearing the sounds around you because there's speakers all around, and having the guns in the dashboard. It was a lot of fun. I liked playing with 2 players and coordinating what we're going to shoot and having some of the comedy that was in that game. The game was very fun, really immersive. Number 7 is the Cruising the World series, but more specifically, Cruising the World Exotica. That was everywhere, and that was always fun to play because racing games is something universal that no one can turn down. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's like, no, I'm not good at that. You drive, come on, you want to drive, let's play. Stop complaining, just push the pedal down. It was a whole lot of fun, and I like always picking the level with the orca. I don't know what level that is specifically, but I always played that level. And 2 players was always good. I would always mess with people's view. Like, I would hit the different buttons so that their camera view would move. That was just fun to do. And I love that one trick where you double tap the gas pedal and you pop a wheelie. And then if you get close enough to someone, they turn it into an insta ramp and you just go and just fly off of them. That's always fun. This game is really, really fun. Number 6 is X-Men, and this arcade cabinet had these 6 joysticks, not the one with the 4. This was a full layout machine, and it had the widescreen, but it was actually 2 TVs put side by side, which was absolutely amazing back in the day. I had so much fun playing this game, and I remember being too short and having to have a little stool to stand on. Like, it was like a bunch of us who had to have a stool. That was so much fun to play. I usually like to play as, well, I don't remember who I like to play as, but Cyclops was my favorite. My bad, you guys. And I liked when we had a Colossus on our team, so we could hear the whatever, like he would make that noise. This game was amazing. Number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, the flat out regular arcade one, not Turtles in Time. This was my favorite one, actually. I remember playing it at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was always in the forefront of the floor, like right in the middle, and had the sunlight on it, and there was a halo around it. And this game was so much fun. I love playing games with multiple people, and there was always 4 of us on that machine. I always ran to Leonardo. He was my favorite character back in the day. And I remember never being able to get past the first level because none of us could coordinate. There was no communication. Half of us were looking away from the screen, you know, like, but we're just mashing buttons. Oh, shell shock. Like, this game was amazing. Number 4 is DDR, either the Extreme or the Maxes 1 and 2. I just had to give Extreme props for holding it down when the Max machines weren't there, because Max 2 was my favorite. And this game is fun. It's really energizing, or it could drain your energy, and it's very risque to play because you either got, you know, ridiculed for playing it, or you got people going, whoa, that was cool. This game, I remember picking on people for playing it. I remember looking at them going, you guys look stupid. But after you get on and try, it's fun. And I'm like, oh man, I like this game now. I'm no expert. I'm not one of those kids who has a routine, you know, and stuff like that. Very casual when I play this game. Very fun. I remember having to, because in this game you get to pick 3 songs. And I remember having to be like, yo, get off this is my turn, all right? I still got 2 more songs to go. This game's number 4. Number 3 is Wangan Midnight, which is my favorite arcade racer of all time. What really grabbed me about this game is the art style. I really liked the art of the characters and the cars, which I generally don't pay attention to, and I liked always driving at night, hence the midnight. And I only played the first game, and I only want to play the first game. That's the one that seems the most interesting to me. The other ones, this is the video of, like, I think the third one or something like that. It just doesn't strike me too much like the first one did. And this game, you play sprint, so you only go one direction and you have a rival, and the rival taunts you a little bit. And it's really cool. You have to dodge traffic as well and take off ramps and do all this stuff. And the wheel itself has a ton of recoil, so you feel like the car is going against you. It's like playing Christine, which is the movie, playing with the car Christine from the movie by Stephen King. If you ever get a chance to watch that one, it's pretty good. It's sort of creepy. But yep, this is number 3. Number 2 is the Time Crisis series as a whole. I'll play either 1 through 5, whichever ones are in the arcade. I'm more partial to Time Crisis 3 though, just because I have it on home console for PlayStation 2, and I started to memorize the layout of Alan, his I forget his last name, Alan's whole player layout, like where all the enemies are and everything. I remember being at Dave & Buster's and really just having a blast on this game. I really love the concept of pushing that metal bar down to peek your head up and then letting it go to go back into cover. And I like feeling the recoil of the gun, which probably sounds crazy, but you know, I like being immersed in the game and feeling like I'm actually doing something. The game was very clever. I like rail shooters. It has a very high replayability. Always fun to play, get 2 people going. It's always fun.
Glad everything's okay. Well, not everything. Apparently, someone switched your face with a butt.
And that, people, is why I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons as a kid. Now you know. Yes, so number 1 is The Simpsons Arcade. I guess that's why I liked it so much, because I was never allowed to watch it. I don't know, actually no, that wasn't it. It was 4-player. Again, I like playing with multiple people, and I really liked how it was like golden. It was like a gem, that machine. It wasn't everywhere, but it was at like the major hotspots. There was this place called Sports World or something, and it was huge. It was like 2 floors of arcades. It was there. It was at only certain movie theaters. It was a game I flocked to. Like, it was just something that was so coveted. And the fact that it wasn't on any home consoles, it wasn't on Sega, it wasn't on Super Nintendo, it was on nothing. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere except for the arcades, and that's what made it so like priceless. The game's replayability was high, and the little things you found within the game, first off, let me say, it was either Bart Simpson or nothing. Like, I wanted Bart. If I couldn't have Bart, I'd take Lisa, but it was generally, I want Bart or nothing, you know? But I'm not sure if you guys know, you probably did, it's old news, but if your 2 characters stand together, like if Bart and Lisa stand together, they will team up and start doing little combo moves, you know, like they hold hands and like hit people with a jump rope. And I'm not sure what Marge and Homer do, but I thought that was super cool. Like, first off, it was a difficult task to get your friend to stand still, like, you know, don't move, no wait, don't move, like, you know, that was hard enough. But yep, this was my list, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can relate to some of these games. Let me know what you guys like in the comments, as usual. Hopefully talk to you soon. Bye.